So did you do anything like technical at all, like during your internship? Like,
Yeah, I did. I
the
built financial
presentation you
models as
did, that
well.
was like, the presentation you did, that was more just like, putting together slides and stuff like,
Yeah,
what's the most technical project that you worked on?
yeah. So in my internship, the most technical project that I worked on was building a commentary for a private firm, private oil and gas firm. So basically, a commentary is a document, like a 20 to 30 pages document that explains the transaction, how much we're lending, why we're lending into the firm, and of course, our reasoning. So what I had to do in the commentary was essentially explain the deal. I had to explain the industry. I had to explain the firm overview. And into more technical, I would say I had to analyze the firm's historical performance. I had to build a financial model, do the projections. And finally, I had to also explain the quantitative and qualitative risks of the industry at this particular time. I also had to assess the liquidity, their hedging strategy, as well as any potential growth prospects of the firm. And something that was really unique about that transaction, when I'm mentioning it right now, is because I was able to attend an in-person client meeting with the executive team, with the CEO, CFO, VPs of the client, and was able to participate, ask questions, of course, take notes so I can prepare the commentary in the most accurate possible way. So yeah, I would say from that experience, I feel like I definitely improved my technical skills. I improved my Excel skills. I improved my modeling skills, as well as I was able to discuss with CEOs and CFOs, understand the past and future of that firm.
So like this financial model that you had to do with the projections,
Yes.
like what kind of model was that? Is that just like a three statement model or what is that?
Yeah, it was mostly a three-statement model, and it was projected towards the time of maturity of the loan. So it didn't go like as far. It just went like 4 years in the future, and I had to sort of, based on management guidance and assumptions that I discussed with my associates, had to build that model and see if the firm will be able to achieve cash flow and don't break any covenants during that time.
So you build a three statement model to project out the next 4 years.
Correct.
Okay. So like walk me through what are the steps for building a three statement model from scratch?
Yeah. So at first, I started with the income statement. I had to make assumptions regarding revenue growth. I had to also make scenarios for when the industry, for different scenarios for the industry price, the commodity price. And as I was going down into the income statement, basically projecting on based on the assumptions, and finally I would get to the cash flow, to the net income, that I will then move into the cash flow statement, the first line, and then adjust for any non-cash expenses, as well as any capex according to the management guidance, as well as any issuance of any more debt that the firm wanted to get from. And finally, I will make the balance sheet from that, from all the. I will have the balance sheet from the previous year, and then sort of adjust it accordingly to the management guidance.
Okay, sorry. So how, like, go into a bit more detail about the balance sheet. So how are you projecting the balance sheet?
Yeah, so to project the balance sheet, I basically had to sort of have a depreciation schedule, have a debt schedule, and see how the firm will progressively pay the debt, and also how depreciation will interact with capex, and sort of be able to move forward into the future for that.
Okay, so you talked about how to project a debt schedule, and that's just
Yeah,
based on what you guys are loaning. But like, what else? I mean, the balance sheet is a lot more than just debt, right?
yeah, but yeah, you're right. So yeah, sorry, I did this a long time ago, like a month, 2 months ago. I have to like revisit like what exactly I did for that.
Yeah, I would. So I would like brush up on it. I mean, this is just because I'm just thinking like usually for full-time interviews, like a lot of times what they're gonna be asking you is like about the work that you actually did during the internship. And so my last question was, what was the most interesting project? And then you talked about the roadshow thing that you had to do. But then that one didn't really have like any technical aspect to it, which is fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying it has to. But then
Okay.
if I want to ask, if I want to grow you on your technicals, I mean, sure, I can just ask you straight up technical questions, but usually to me, that's not as interesting, especially for people that have done some internships. Is at least the way I like to interview people like that is I'll ask them about technical questions in the context of the work that they already did, right? That's why I
Mhm.
asked you, like, what's the most technical project you have to work on? And if the most technical project you have to work on is you have to build this 3 sigma model, then I want you to know like this 3 sigma model kind of inside
Yeah,
out.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So like the balance sheet, like you're projecting, like it's not just the cash and the debt, right? You also have to project all the working capital, which is actually like which is actually probably like the most involved part of projecting the balance sheet, right? Accounts
Mhm.
receivable, accounts payable, inventory. I don't know, for oil and gas companies, maybe it's slightly different. I'm not sure. Um,
Yeah.
but like knowing how, at least it doesn't have to be every single line item, but like knowing how the major line items in the model will be projected, I think would be important.
Yeah. You're right.
That's where they can ask you a lot of follow-up questions, especially like
Mhm.
whoever's interviewing you, they actually work in the energy group. So they actually know these businesses a lot better than I do. So they
Yeah.
can probably ask you more specific questions around, well, how would you project something like X? How would you
Mhm.
project like this type of line item?
You're
You know,
right. Yeah, I should revisit that one.
how would you project like the amount of oil reserves that this company actually has? I don't know, I just made that up. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you get my point?
Yes. 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 That makes sense.
Okay. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.